Welcome back. All right, so I didn't get a jersey countdown video in yesterday, and I'm not doing an extra one today. So when I started it, I think it was 51 days until the start of the regular season, and the videos I think I had 48. So we're good. Um, I don't really have to do two, and if I have to do two towards the end, I think that would probably be more preferable than doing it in the 460 range, which is where we're at right now. So yeah, from 460 to 451 today. Last night I was up late watching a baseball game that went till almost 1 in the morning my time, uh, which messed up my plans for getting up earlier than I did and getting videos started earlier than I did. And then of course last night I did a video on the Entertainment Guy as well, on having watched Cobra Kai seasons 1 through 3. I binge watched the whole thing. So if you're not already subscribed to the Entertainment Guy, now might be a good time. It's also a reason why I'm wearing my Michael Scott t-shirt and my Cthulhu hat and all that wonderful stuff. So let's go ahead and get into today's collection video. And here is the other Bolts jersey. So at 460 starting this off, I have the blue Bolts jersey, which I rate higher than the black one, but still. Tampa Bay with third jerseys. There's some hit and miss with their third jerseys. And my favorite one I don't actually have, which is the Storm. That's the one that would be really probably pretty high in this countdown, because it's one of those ones that's so ugly it's beautiful. Bolts, it's Bolts. So 460. Number 459. This is the Blues. I just label it as the Blues 80s style jersey. And honestly, it's nice, it's clean. There'll be an updated version that's similar to this, which will be their Winter Classic this season, as it'll be a white version of the blue Winter Classic they had some years back. But it's okay. I don't think it's particularly ugly. I'm not saying that it's ugly at all. Just when I'm counting down my favorite jerseys, it ends up being in 459th. I got this one through Full Moon Jerseys. They still have it too. They still have this jersey. So if you've been looking for this, Full Moon Jerseys on eBay does still have it at the time I'm recording this. 458th, the Flyers. And they have a fascination with black. It's not the last black Flyers jersey that you're going to see on this countdown. But, I mean, I do like the logo a lot. I've always been a fan of the logo, but it's black and it's just got the one orange stripe. So again, when I was going through and I was figuring out, okay, where should these all be, the ones that I felt were maybe kind of plain or ugly ended up towards the bottom. This one to me is more of a plain jersey. It's like they reveal this and it's like, okay, that's all right. But I do look forward to a day when the Flyers do something really fun with their jersey. Throw Gritty on the front, just for a game, just see what happens. But I would like to see them do something that's a little more. And yet I think about all the really ugly jerseys in my head from when teams have gone, let's think outside the box. So maybe they've got it right. Hey, the Islanders are back. So yeah, 457 is this Islanders Stadium jersey. I talked about this in a recent video as well, where I think this is what inspired their current third jersey. It's not as nice as the current third jersey though. Their third jersey is actually pretty nice. And again, the logo is just I don't know, the stadium, the way they were going with the stadium ones, like this whole, we wanted to look futuristic and shiny. And I don't know if they didn't sell well or if somebody maybe said, you know what, this doesn't work, but they've stopped doing them this way on stadium jerseys, and I agree with that. If this didn't have the shiny, flat, weird chrome look to it, if they'd put a more standard logo on it, I think it would have looked nicer. As it is, this is a Hamonic jersey too. Again, I got this one. I think I got this one for, I want to say $15 off an auction on Full Moon on eBay. And sometimes that happens where I'm like, oh look, there's 20 minutes left in that auction. How much is that going for? All right, I will spend $15 on that jersey. And sometimes you get it. It's fun when you get it that way. Number 456. I am aware that this is a throwback to the Dixie jerseys and all that wonderful stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. You know, it's always interesting to me too when a team has really kind of a cool neckline in here because you don't see it if you're wearing the jersey. Again, if you're somebody who actually takes your shirt off to show somebody something that's cool in the neckline, let me know and we'll discuss because that seems weird. Of course, you got the Winter Classic logo right here, and yeah, I mean, it's again the weird thing to me is that the P in Predators intersects with the line here, and it's just there's so much they could have done. The other weird part too is that this really does look like the tiger or bear, if you want to call it. Doesn't I always thought it was a tiger on the shoulder of the Boston Bruins. This looks very very much like the old secondary logo for the Boston Bruins. It really does to me, anyways. But yeah, so that's where that one is. And I know Nashville fans got mad at me at the time that I panned the jersey. I didn't like it when they revealed it, and it is number 456. Yeah, there it is. Stadium jersey, you say? Why, yes, another stadium jersey. The neckline. Bizarre. You've got two crowns here. That's for your two Stanley Cups that the Kings have won. This is actually a Jonathan Quick jersey, too. And I always get a chuckle. There was a Patreon members live stream we did where I had to point out just how massive the numbers are on stadium jerseys. And yet you're what, 8 miles away when you're in the stadium? I don't know that number being that much different. And on the back, the numbers are roughly the same size because we were checking that out. So it's weird. But again, it's a stadium jersey, so you've got that shiny logo. And look at that. See that? I've never folded this jersey. The folds just happen. They just happen with these stadium jerseys. And it is so frustrating. So absolutely frustrating. You look and go, how did it get folded? It's like when you've got the Reeboks and it's got a snag and you're like, I don't know how that has a snag. I've never worn it. It's been hermetically sealed. No cats have been near it. It's got snags in it because it felt like it. That's how the Reebok premiers work. Number 454. Now I like the colors. I've always liked the colors. I've always liked the copper. And even though the red's kind of weird. This is a Sheldon Surrey, again, full moon. So it's a retired player, traded player. That's where it'll end up. But there's nothing to this, really. Like, there's the weird piping on the side. We're going to talk about this a lot over the countdown, how Reebok decided, let's just put these weird, odd-shaped stripes in here. That'll be nice. And we're going to take the stripes off the bottom, because that's what people want. And then the other weird part is that you've got the stripe that kind of goes halfway around. It's an odd design. It feels, this to me looks like they were halfway done in Photoshop and somebody went, all right, that's the design. I'm not done yet. I haven't even got the stripe all the way. It's done. We're finished. And yeah, so I've got other jerseys in this design of the Oilers, but this one is in this spot on the countdown. The other ones are above it. Here at 453, we find the Dallas Stars black wordmark, and I'm not a huge fan of wordmark jerseys. I was so enraged when this became their main design. I was just befuddled. I couldn't figure out how they went from the really fun star design and green and black and gold to this. And you know, it's one of those things where maybe if they'd had some green in it somewhere or something, the only green you find in it is the star on the shoulder. And this is 452. So 453 and 452. The white one is ahead of the black one only because there's better contrast. There's a little bit of green in the white one. But again, it's just they take this really fun logo here and they just went, yeah, let's just throw that on the shoulder and just put a word on the front like it's a college jersey. And for me, it never worked, and even with, you know, hindsight and being away from this design for a long time, it still doesn't work for me. 451, and we're back to a stadium jersey. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. Just kind of show it to the camera and go, hey, so this is a design. And again, it feels like there's a really good design in here. There's something they really had a really good idea, and I don't know if it was abandoned or if it was just they couldn't make it work very well. But it's a pyramid over mountains. I know what it's supposed to look like, but it looks like we've got a pyramid here and it's balanced on these mountains. And then what we were thinking was, what do you mean we're done? So yeah, it's an A with mountains in it, or it's a pyramid balancing on a mountain, or it's a pyramid balancing on other pyramids. It's some weird symbol. Yeah, it's, and again, there's nothing else on this jersey to tell you this is an Avalanche jersey, which may have been their marketing plan. All right, guys, we were thinking about putting the Avalanche logo on the shoulder, and then we took a look at it. We won't be doing that. We'll disavow any knowledge of its existence, and we'll pretend it's not ours from now going forward. Oh, we won't be wearing that one as a third. So yeah, that rounds out this part of the countdown. We're up to 451. 450 through 441 will be tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.